This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle, celebrating the Big 5-0. That's right. We're 50 this year, and we've got the gear. Hey, that rhymes.
Yeah, look at you. Regular poet laureate.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. You know what? I'm looking pretty I'm looking pretty sharp in my light zip hoodie. For the cool mornings. I mean, I know it's going to be 80-something later today, but the cool mornings, man, you put on that light zip hoodie, showing off that gold rock logo, celebrating the Big 50. Come on.
Then when it's sunny out, protect your vision with a sweet trucker cap.
Yeah. Also with that same emblazoned gold logo, because gold, of course, is the color of 50. It is the golden anniversary, and you can celebrate with us. But this is limited gear. We got trucker caps, short sleeve tees, light zip hoodies, knit hats, beanies, whatever you want, man. We got it. Get it while it lasts, because 50 is only 1 year, and then we're going to be 51 next year. See how that goes? We probably won't have a cap for that. So
I was hoping we'll go more like a Benjamin Button thing. We turn 49 next year.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Get your gear 50 style at KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Mix. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Mix. And it's Tuesday, so it's time to turn down for Turtles.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
The Turtles.
While you're getting your 50th anniversary gear, you should also pick up a Ride the Turtles t-shirt in the Rock Shop.
Absolutely. They go together like chocolate and peanut butter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do they?
Yeah, or maybe a pickle and a Snickers. I don't know.
Yeah, that's more like it, actually.
Let's get to our contestant. We got KC in Tukwila. KC, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, KC will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. KC, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is the name of the character Larry David plays in the TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Pass.
What continent was the original home of the red tomato?
Antarctica.
No.
Africa.
No.
Pass.
How many movies have Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore starred in together?
3, 4, 5.
3, yes. What pop band had the 80s hit song Walk Like an Egyptian?
Joan Jett.
No.
Oh my God, what is it? I'm like an Egyptian. Pass.
What is the main alcohol in a Gibson cocktail?
Gin.
Yes. What year did Prince pass away?
2014, 15, 16.
16, yes. Which legendary singer launched a perfume range called M in 2007?
Mariah Carey.
Yes. How many lanes does an Olympic standard swimming pool have?
3, 4, 5.
No. 1, 2, 3. Correct.
These are tough questions, man.
4 correct. Sorry, I miscounted. That X is a check mark. You have 4 correct. Don't want to discount you there.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 at an Olympic pool. What an idiot.
Don't worry about it. You did worse on other questions.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
true.
wow. You did worse on other questions.
I did.
Oh, okay.
It's the silver lining.
Is it really?
No, you're right. Yeah. Hey, Steve, you're back.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
What is the name of the character Larry David plays in the TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm?
He plays Larry.
Yes.
David.
What continent was the original home of the red tomato?
Europe.
No.
Africa.
No.
North America.
No. How many movies have Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore starred in together?
3.
Yes. What pop band had the 80s hit song Walk Like an Egyptian?
Walk like an Egyptian. The Bangles.
Yes. What is the main alcohol in a Gibson cocktail?
Whiskey?
No.
Vodka?
No.
Gin.
Yes. Wow. What year did Prince pass away?
No, that's not his song.
2016.
Yes. Which legendary singer launched a perfume range called M in 2007?
Madonna.
No.
Metallica.
No.
That's it.
Modest Yahoo.
No. How many lanes does an Olympic standard swimming pool have?
Lanes? 10?
No.
11?
No.
12?
No. 1,
4?
2, 3, 4, 5. You win. 5 to 4.
Oh, Casey, the Bangles were the difference.
Oh, that's what I had to. Down to the donut shop. I knew it. Couldn't get it.
Sorry about that, buddy.
It's all good.
All right, well, you play again. Here we go. It was a close game.
It was very close.
So, he calls it. Casey calls it anytime he wants.
Maybe nobody knows how many lanes are in an Olympic standard swimming pool.
I would imagine the Olympians know. The Olympic swimmers probably.
Yeah. If I asked
8?
Michael Phelps, he would. Yes, it's 8.
That makes sense. I know there was more than 4. I could picture it, but I couldn't picture exactly the right number.
Well, you went by multiples of 4 with 12, and so, I mean, that was pretty cool. The legendary singer that launched the perfume range, Casey did get correct. It was Mariah Carey. Was that M we were looking for.
Oh, really?
And then the continent that was the original home to the red tomato. I love the fact that Casey did guess Antarctica. And then
I was going to guess that.
I know, I could tell you paused for way too long.
I was like,
for
that's
that one.
not it. Let me go with North America.
And you were close, unfortunately, on the wrong side.
South America.
South America.
Damn it.
Yep. But you still,
Sorry, buddy.
But you still won, so congratulations.
Hey, at least I performed better than DK Metcalf in the celebrity softball game.
Oh,
which I was just
really?
looking at footage of. He did not do very well. He got struck
really?
out. In softball, which is never good.
Oh, wow.
And they're not throwing the ball that hard, are they?
It's underhand, BJ.
You can still get it up to 80-something miles an hour. Yeah,
dude. No, it was one of the dudes from the Migos was the pitcher, and he just lobbed it in. And
I know.
DK.
Wow.
I'm not going to knock the guy. I mean, he's an incredible athlete, obviously, but it's fun to see someone who's an incredible athlete not be incredible in something athletic.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, that eye-hand coordination thing. I mean, this is why I read articles saying that in Major League Baseball, the ball becomes invisible. Like they're swinging, but it's like in some cases, the way the ball comes in, it becomes invisible to the naked eye, and so it's amazing that batters can hit it. So
he was trying to go yard. You could tell, he was putting all his power into it, and just swung so hard and missed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
He's rocking the Mariners jersey though. That was pretty sweet.
Nice. Yeah. Damn, dude. Yeah. It's. I mean, I've had those moments where in softball and the arc or the lob. If I take my eye off it, and you're like, how am I whiffing? The ball's bigger than a regular ball. How am I swinging through this? And boom. So I have empathy for DK, but again, you're right. He's an athlete. You think he should be able to do it.
There's nothing worse than striking out playing softball. That's happened a lot. I'm definitely not going to be like, I always when you strike out, you just feel so small because you're like, everyone's just looking at you. And I'm talking about like soft, lobbing the ball in, not like, where you have like the fast pitch softball type stuff going on. It's just, I think and then you build that anxiety. Like, I don't want to be the one that strikes out. And then of course, at that point, you're overcompensating.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's a beating. I'm with you.
I remember as a kid getting caught looking in softball. And so I just struck out by not even swinging. And yeah, that was awkward. I was like, that one's definitely not a strike. And how can you tell when it comes down to like softball when they just have that huge arc? And yet I managed to strike out.
Yeah. Yeah. And the umpire sort of gets angry with you sometimes when they have to call you out. Like, it's a strike. Get out of here. You know
Basically,
what I mean?
yeah, that's kind of how it went down.
You're supposed to just swing at the ball. What's wrong with you? I shouldn't even be here as an umpire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like if the ball's like, I mean, obviously it's competitive softball things going on. I'm definitely not a part of those kind of games. But like when you're having a fun, like just like let's just toss the ball around type of softball game, you swing at everything. Unless it's like completely impossible to connect with the ball. You just swing at stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what DK's excuse is, but we've all been there, that's for sure.
Someone's like, oh, tell me on Twitter, I saw someone tweeted, like, tell me football's harder than baseball now. I was like, well, I mean, let's grab a pro baseball player and see how they could do with what DK Metcalf does on the football field. Everybody's talented at their specific sport. That doesn't mean because he can't play softball that he's a bad athlete.
Yeah, but it is interesting that people just assume that football's a harder sport. But yeah, you're right, Steve. I mean, every sport has its degree of difficulty that doesn't translate to other sports. And if you put somebody, in a situation, I think what fascinates me in a sport is when a pitcher is able to hit a ball. Because they don't bat much. And so when a major league pitcher cannot strike out or get out a major league, a pitcher who's batting, that fascinates the hell out of me. Because how can they talk about timing, they talk about guys going into slumps. So these pitchers don't hit. They don't hit at all, hardly any. And yet they get up, and the one dude that hit the grand slam off of Max Scherzer, who's a really good major league pitcher. It's just, that's what really, I look at it and go, wow, that dude's a great athlete. Because how could he have the timing to see that ball?
Like, what's the dude on the Angels? Ohtani. That guy's just incredible, man.
Yeah, that's why he's a phenom. You're absolutely right.
Remember there was a glimmer of hope that we thought the Mariners might be able to get him before the Angels just were able to pick him up.
I know. How cool would that be?
Well, I mean, I don't know if he would have stayed with this team. All those, he would have been with us for some bad teams, so maybe he would have been gone.
Well, the Angels aren't doing much better. I mean, I think he went because, honestly, Mike Trout's a star, and maybe he thought the Angels were going to be able to really build a great team. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he would have done better with the Mariners because I feel like the Mariners have been a better team, over those years. I could be wrong. I think we've had some better seasons than the Angels have had.
I remember everyone was so excited. Like, they're going to get the Ohtani guy now. That didn't happen, of course. But, man, what a season he's been having.
Oh, yeah, Ohtani. And you talked about what to look forward to. He'll be in the All-Star game tonight. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. And if you don't know who Ohtani is, the guy is a pitcher. But he also when he's not pitching, he bats, so he's he's like the first pitcher in forever that's actually playing in almost every game, when he's not pitching, which is unheard of.
Yeah, he's good at both. Yeah, typically not the case.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's the DH. Maybe he is the DH, or if he plays off. I don't know what he does when he's not pitching and he still bats. But he might be the designated hitter for the Angels, and I don't know. And that's why, he's, I think, on an American League team, because I don't know where they put him on a National League team, because you got to have a position, and he can't pitch every day. So
I like this. What Texter says in their world of softball, if you strike out in softball, you buy the parking lot beers at the next game.
Oh my God, fair. I'd be broke. Yeah, right. I'd be so broke. Yeah, so broke. We got a teen that saved his home. Or I should say saved his family and his home from a home intruder thanks to his samurai sword.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. You're going to hear from his dad at 7:19 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Want to create a lifetime of memories this spring? Do you remember the joy of jumping as a child? If only there was a way your own kids could experience that same joy safely. Spring-Free Trampoline has been engineered to eliminate 90% of product-related injuries. The Spring-Free design boasts no springs and a flexible enclosure and proudly offers a 10-year warranty. That's peace of mind. Lock in your ultimate backyard safe space before summer arrives. Visit springfreetrampoline.com.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. A man tried to break into a home with 4 children inside, but he was chased away by one of the kids armed with a samurai sword who was celebrating his 15th birthday.
I hope he got that as a birthday gift.
Right?
And if so, man, luckiest kid ever. Finally, I'm telling you guys, having a samurai sword, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Here's the father of the kid talking about how it all went down.
They screamed and ran and hid in the closet, and our oldest boy, he actually grabbed a samurai sword and ran after the guy. This 15th birthday is going to stick with him forever.
Damn, dude.
Wow. I thought that was his first thought. He's like, S is going down. I could either hide under the bed, or I could pull that damn samurai sword off the wall and show this guy what's up.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, a samurai sword really does look frightening, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I don't need this S in my life. I'm out.
Right. All of a sudden this kid shows up, and he's got and I hope he kept it in the holder, because, you know, that was the old lore. It's like, if you take it out, you got to use it. So I would be like, just starting to open it up. You don't want me to take this samurai sword out of its casing. And then chase the guy. I don't know what else.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully he's seen all those movies and knows what that means.
And knows he needs to run.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas I think if you were just swinging it in the air out of its scabbard or whatever, I would be like, yeah, you know what? I'm out. Peace. I don't know movies. I just know this kid's got a friggin' sword.
Yeah, either way it works. Either you go out and, like, with reckless abandon, just swinging the sword fully, like, you know, nutso, and then that would scare him. Or you go out, like, slow and calculated with it still in its holder.
That would be very interesting if he just tries to come out badass like that.
Puts on his Kill Bill outfit.
Seconds.
Yes.
And if I pull this out, it will be used. Wow. Yeah. 15th birthday, and that's what goes down. That's wild.
Now, it's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So, I mean, this is an epic life moment. There's no doubt about it. I mean, your 15th birthday, you get having fun with your family, your brothers and sisters, and next thing you know, some guy breaks into your home, and you run and get the samurai sword and chase him away. Yeah. How do you not feel badass? How is this not a life moment that will stick with you forever? And I'm wondering, how about you? Do you have a life moment that sticks with you forever? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is that life moment that will stick with you forever? We got your calls. We got your texts after Lincoln Park on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So a teen celebrating his birthday chased a home intruder away with a sword, a samurai sword, and his dad said, hey man, his 15th birthday is going to stick with him forever. So based on this, we want to know, what is that life moment that will stick with you forever? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Oh, I like this one. It sounds like something out of a Penthouse forum. When I got to hook up with my best friend's mom. I ran into her at a bar, and she jumped my bones in the back of my car.
Whoa.
That's a nice little rhyme, too.
Yeah, right.
Wow. LOL, never told him, never will.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you don't ever need to tell him. Even if you guys have a falling out. I don't care what he does. He could crash your car. He could, whatever, damage your home. Don't ever bring that up.
Yeah, and I think that if you don't, I think you can at least give him a pass. If you somehow find out and it's not through him, I'm going to try not to be so mad at him, because I realized, all right, I mean, I probably would have done the same thing if I thought his mom was hot enough that I'd want to. You know, I mean, I can't imagine any of us would turn that down. You know what I mean? Would you? I mean, back in the, now, of course I would, but I mean, when you're in your 20s or you're, whatever, or you're 18, 19 or whatever, how are you going to turn that down, especially if she's a younger mother?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it takes a lot of restraint, especially if you're like, I don't know how old the guy was, but if he's like early 20s, just kind of and you're attracted to her.
Yeah, I mean, I there were some moms in my neighborhood that I would have been like, they were younger moms, and so, but I think I just wouldn't, I just hope he would I didn't tell you because who wants to know that? But you'd do the same in my shoes, wouldn't you? That's what I would hope.
Somebody said in high school, I was in a band and we covered November Rain in a talent show for the school. I ended up jumping off the grand piano at the end of the song. 17 years later, people still bring it up from time to time.
Yeah. That's badass.
Wow. Yeah, especially if people bringing it up. That's cool. And that's a positive thing, too. That's
a really long song, though, for a talent show.
Right? Yeah. I'd be like, you guys better nail it. Otherwise, this is going to be a long 11 minutes or however long the song is.
It's a pretty long song.
It's got 2 guitar solos, maybe even 3. Wow. It's okay, let's just radio edit, please.
206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. All right, Danny, anything memorable in your life that you're like, I will not forget this?
When I got hit by a car when I was 11 years old.
What? Oh, dude.
It was, yeah. I was riding my bike, and basically we were not supposed to go on the main road up in a small town in New Mexico where my family's from, and this kid was chasing me, and we were, playing a game, and he was throwing these, these weed stickers at me.
Okay.
And they would really itch if they hit you, kind of like an itch bomb. And I turned onto the main road, didn't see a car, and a guy just hit me from behind, did a flip on my bike, and broke open my head and got road rash all over my back.
Ouch.
And it was one of those things where it was one of those life-changing moments where it was I'm never going to forget this.
Yeah, my brother got hit by a car, and it was on our block, and it was one of the most surreal moments, because it felt like it happened in slow motion, because we're all just having fun, and our block was kind of busy. It was kind of near a mall in Brooklyn, and this car was just going way too fast, and all of a sudden, I didn't see the hit. I heard it, but I saw because there was bushes, and I saw my brother in the air like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Just flailing in the air, and then boom. And all of us, obviously stopped everything that we were doing. The entire neighborhood just came running out. And thank God my brother was fine. But he had some massive damage, to his leg and stuff like that. They had to have surgery and things along those lines. And,
oh, damn.
And it was just one of those things we brought up for years. My brother's I wish I would have sued that bastard. It was even in 30s, he would bring it up. It would just sometimes come out of nowhere. He's I should have sued that bastard.
Oh, yeah. You think about the cash you would have had.
Right. Yeah. It's I think kind of past it now. We got to have to just be happy that you're with us.
Yeah. But I could understand your brother's point. That would be me going, I'd be a rich man probably. I wouldn't have to work.
But it would happen a lot because our neighbors, they had a friend over and he was doing something on his car and a car hit him. And sadly, he didn't live. And that was also
damn.
Another one of those situations. I didn't see it. You heard it. And then you came running out of your house and you're just I'm going back in the house. This is really scary.
Yeah.
Because that one was a lot more vicious than my brother's one. My brother was talking and he was there was no fear of him dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was one of those, I wasn't wearing a helmet on the bike. The bike was completely bent out of shape. And I cracked my head open and I still have scar tissue on my head. That's actually where my bald spot comes from, is because the hair literally will not grow there. I had to get 9 stitches in my head, and then my back had to be scraped of all the asphalt.
Ouch.
And it was one of those things where
you were 11?
I was 11.
That sucks.
My mom was basically thought I had died. And it was just one of those, okay, well, life and death, it'll change your life.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what I could say now. And if people were what's up with your hairline? I'd be car accident. I'm bald because of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good call, Steve. Yeah.
It's not
just what it is. 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. What is that life moment that will stick with you forever?
So I just said screaming the F word repeatedly while jumping out of a plane. First time I ever jumped out of a plane. I've done it 100 times since.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I would be screaming too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just screaming in my mind about that. I would never jump out of a plane.
No, I don't think that's something I'm ever going to do either. That's not a bucket list thing for me. Oh man. Yeah. All right, Vic, how about you? Do you have so far the life moments have been a little terrifying.
Well, mine isn't terrifying, and it isn't, like, super crazy, but, like, it's etched into my head so vividly. I remember exactly where I was. I was in the middle of a grocery store, like it was one of those, like it was Walmart, and we were in the candy aisle with my little brother, and I said, hey, say Beaky, because that's how you pronounce my name in Spanish. Beaky. And the first time ever, he said Beaky, like perfectly, and like I just remember losing my mind. I was so excited. Like that was, you know, he had said Mama and Dada before, but that was the first time he said my name. And like,
wow. How old were you?
This was
yesterday.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You know what? I knew he'd finally get it.
I think it was about a year ago. And then it took him like another year for him to finally start saying it.
I thought this was your brother, your other brother. And I'm like, oh, man.
Not my 28-year-old brother.
He was 27 when he said his first word.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet. It was just last week.
Finally. I'm talking about my 2-year-old brother when he was 1.
Oh, so this is so how about this? You've had a whole life, but this is a life moment that's sticking. It's only a couple years, right? How long's it been?
It's been about a year, but the thing that why I remembered it so much is that it took him another year to say it again.
Oh,
so I'm just like, you little turd, you know how to say it. And he wouldn't say it. I think he knew. Like, he looked at me, he's like, no, I'm not going to say what you want me to say. I'm not your parent.
We'll see if this stands the test of time, if it's a life moment that will stick with you.
That is a great moment. I know when Tatum said daddy, it was pretty awesome. Like, I was like, yeah. I mean, of course, so I had it like, yeah. She started saying Bubby, which is our nickname for our dog, before she even said mom or dad. Like, I'm pretty sure Bubby was the first word.
Yeah, that's pretty bad when you guys aren't even at the top of the list.
It's still, man, like the minute she wakes up, like we'll hear it in the baby monitor. You'll just hear Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. It's like the moment you wake up, all she wants to see is her damn dog.
Yeah.
Dad. Mom, definitely a very close second. Dad, distant third.
Well, I mean, honestly,
sorry, buddy.
When your first words in the morning are Lulu, where are you? And
Right.
she just takes after you. I get it.
She's now figuring out how to say Lulu, but it's all like Lulu.
You know, she is a chip off the old block, that kid.
Right?
She really, really is.
Dog is a lifesaver, though. If she's in a bad mood, you just get Lulu and put her in her face. She just starts laughing. She thinks Lulu is the funniest thing in the world.
Nice.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's so great.
That instant mood changer? Wow.
It is, dude. Like, whenever like she's having a meltdown, I'm like, where's Lulu? Bobby! Bobby! Yeah, sometimes she has like an English accent when she says it, too. She's like, Bobby!
Bobby!
What's going on?
She's not even 2 yet, and she's better at accents than you.
She is. It's because that stupid Bluey show.
I think that's Australian.
Okay.
Well, it's an accent.
All right. You're doing good, sir.
Chloe.
Yeah. We got a DoorDash driver that was busted for taking someone's food. How were they busted? Oh, because they did something completely stupid. You're going to hear what happened at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.